Hello children. Today in this video we are going to talk about the topic effect of exercise on cardiorespiratory system. So first of all, you all have to know about cardiorespiratory system. Cardiorespiratory system is a combination of two systems like cardiac as well as the respiratory system. So in simple words, you can say cardiorespiratory system is the combination of circulatory and the respiratory system. It helps to provide uh, oxygenated blood to the working muscles during exercise. So this oxygenated blood reaches to the working muscles. By this, you can easily perform your given task or the workouts. Now, in the previous years, uh, this topic is basically divided into two parts: effect of exercise on cardiovascular system and effect of exercise on cardio or respiratory system. But nowadays, this year onwards, this topic is merged, and right now this topic is known as effect of exercise on cardiorespiratory system. Now, basically, exercises effect on both cardiac as well as respiratory system. On cardiovascular system, effect of exercise are of two types: short-term or maybe immediate effects and the long-term effects. So first of all, we talk about the immediate effects or maybe the short-term effects. First effect is increase in heart rate. Now, when any individual perform any physical activity or physical workout, his or her heart rate rapidly increases. So you can say heart rate increases in anticipation, called as anticipatory response, increases as per the intensity and duration of the exercise. So you can say जो भी heart rate है वो एक्टिविटी की इंटेंसिटी और उसके ड्यूरेशन पर वेरी करता है. इंटेंसिटी और ड्यूरेशन लो होगा तो हार्ट रेट कम होगा, इंटेंसिटी और ड्यूरेशन ज़्यादा होगा तो हार्ट रेट ज़्यादा होगा. But basically, as a player or maybe the as a physical education students, you all have to know what is your target heart rate. आप जब एक्सरसाइज करो तो आपका कितना हार्ट रेट होना चाहिए. So target heart rate depends on individual's ability or maybe the individual's capacity. But in unique manner, uh, if you want to calculate your target heart rate, so you can minus your age by 220 beats per minute. Suppose if your age is 40 years, then 220 minus 40 equal to 180. So your target heart rate is 180 beats per minute. It should not be anyhow more than 180 beats per minute. So when a person involved in the exercise, his or her heart rate increases, that is for time being. But when the exercise is over, or maybe a person is in the rest position, the heart rate automatically comes down. Next point is increase in stroke volume. Stroke volume is actually the amount of blood pumped by heart in single contraction or in a single beat. So the amount of blood ejected per beat from the left ventricle or stroke volume increases 2-3 times during intensive exercise. In normal condition, your stroke volume is less, but when you participate in the physical activity or perform any physical activity, your stroke volume increases because your working muscles require more blood to get oxygen. Next is increase in cardiac output. Cardiac output is actually the amount of blood pumped by heart in 1 minute. So suppose if your beats are 72 beats per minute, so your cardiac output is the total amount of blood pumped by in 1 minute or maybe in the 72 beats. Suppose if your cardiac output is in rest position uh, 20 to 40 20 to 40 ml or maybe more. So you just multiply by 72. Now, cardiac output, stroke volume into heart rate. At rest, the cardiac output is approx 5 liter per minute, which can increase up to 20 to 40 liters per minute during intense exercises. जब आप normal condition में होते हो, rest phase पर होते हो, your cardiac output is 5 liter per minute. But when you perform any vigorous or maybe high intensity exercises, your cardiac output increases and the amount of blood is actually 20 to 40 liters per minute. It depends on individual's ability. Then increase in blood flow. More blood is sent to tissues which have immediate demand at rest. 15 to 20% of blood through skeletal muscles. When any individual is in rest position, only 15 to 20% of your blood is pumped by the heart. But when any individual perform any physical exercise or maybe the intensive exercise in this phase, 80 to 85% of your total blood is supplied by the heart to the skeletal muscles. So in this phase, less blood flows towards the liver, kidney, and the intestine, and it redirected to skin to enhance your heat loss. Then increase in blood pressure. It is also a short-term effect. When any individual performs physical exercise, his or her blood pressure increases up to 50 to 70 mmHg. Suppose your blood pressure is 120, 80 mmHg, systolic and diastolic. So it increases up to 50 to 70 mmHg. But this is a short-term effect. When a person stops his or her exercises and his heart rate decreases, or maybe body gets cooled down, automatically blood pressure decreases. Normally, systolic blood pressure increases, but the diastolic blood pressure generally remains unchanged. Mean to say, if your blood pressure is 120/80, so 120 increases up to 170 or 180 maybe, but your 80 diastolic and 80 mmHg remains the same in normal condition. Increase in body temperature. Normally, when you perform physical exercises, your body temperature raises. Why? Waste products are released in the body by the muscles. Blood carries these waste products to the lungs, kidney, etc. for elimination. The chemical reaction produces heat in the body. Some of it is utilized in performing activity and the rest raises the body temperature. Now, we are going to talk about the long-term effect of exercise on cardiovascular system. So long-term effects are increase in size of heart. Normally, you can say the size of healthy human being is around approx your fist, or maybe the mass or weight of heart is 250 to 350 grams. But in trained athlete, the size of heart is approx more than a fist size, and the mass of the heart is approx 450 grams. Muscles of the heart increase in size and strength. The left ventricle adapts to the greatest extent. Heart walls grow stronger and thicker. So you can say uh, by physical exercises or when an individual perform vigorous exercises for longer duration or for so many months or maybe the years, his or her heart increases in size. Next is a decrease in rest heart rate. Uh, the long-term effect of exercise is on cardiovascular system is a decrease in resting heart rate. Suppose your resting heart rate is 72, average resting heart rate is 72. In normal human being, it is 72, but in trained athlete, it is somewhere close to 45 to 50. So regular exercise decreases the resting heart rate. Resting heart rate 72 beats minutes can go down to 30 to 40 beats per minute in highly conditioned athlete. Next is stroke volume increases at rest. In an untrained individual, stroke volume at rest is 50 to 70 ml per beat. But in a trained athlete, the stroke volume in rest position is approx 70 to 90 ml beats, 70 to 90 ml per beat as an effect of regular exercise. Then increase blood flow. To supply the muscles with extra oxygen during exercise, the body increases its number of capillaries. Existing capillaries open wider. The blood redistribution more effect and effective. So your blood flow also increases in the rest phase. Why? Because your capillaries becomes wider. Next is a decrease in blood pressure. Obviously, when any individual perform exercises, his or her blood pressure decreases or maybe gone down. It is approximately 10 mm Hg at rest. Suppose if your blood pressure is 120 bit 80, so if you perform exercises for longer duration or for so many years, so your blood pressure may be right now in this situation 110 or maybe 75 or 70 mmHg at rest position. Next is increase in blood volume. So increase the blood volume due to increase in plasma volume. Body produces more RBC to supply extra oxygen to muscles during intense exercise. So you can say when an individual perform exercises, his or her RBC increases. RBC is red blood cells. Why RBC increases? Because when you perform any activity, your body needs extra oxygen. So RBC is a oxygen carrying agent. So they increases in numbers when you perform physical exercises. Increase in cardiac output. Cardiac output is amount of blood pumped by heart in 1 minute. So if you want to calculate cardiac output, so cardiac output equal to stroke volume into heart rate. Then quicker recovery rate. Quickens the recovery rate of respiration also becomes normal quickly. When you perform physical exercises, number of alveoli, your chest cavity, your lungs expands. So when a normal person is in rest position, his respiration rate is approx 20 to 25 per minute. But in trained athlete, it is somewhere close to 15 to 18 or maybe 20 per minute. Reduce risk of heart diseases. When you perform physical exercises, heart diseases, there are very less risk of heart diseases. Reduce stress related hormones from circulation in the blood. This is turn lower the risk to buildup of plaque in the blood vessels. So when you perform physical exercises, your arteries and capillaries widen and uh, it opens, and there is a very less risk of buildup of plaque in your blood vessels. So by this, there are very less chances of heart diseases. Now, students, in this video, we talk about the effect of exercise on uh, cardiovascular system. In next video, we are going to talk about cardio effect of exercise on cardiorespiratory system. Till then, bye bye.